Hi guys, it was recently my birthday and I got a lot of books. I had an afternoon tea, I had a birthday meal and a 21st birthday party, so obviously my family came through with the book buying. I'm going to speak you through what I got in today's video. Hope you enjoy. Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. I hope you're doing very, very well. I'm 21, which is astronomical. That is crazy. I have been on this earth for 21 years. But of course there is positives in that, in the fact that it has just been my birthday. And what does that mean? When you're a book girly and it's just been your birthday, you're obviously going to receive books and you're obviously going to receive vouchers, and I got a lot, to say the least. So in this video I'm going to sit down, show you the 50 plus books I've acquired recently. We're just going to jump straight into it. So obviously most of these books, probably about 99% of these, I did get for my birthday. However, I have had a couple of shopping trips since where I have picked up a few books. So this is going to be a mixture of stuff that I've got, stuff that I've bought with my birthday money and stuff, but obviously it is still all my birthday book haul because I bought it with the money that people have got me, if that makes sense. So let's get started. So I'm just going to quickly say I'm not going to say much about the specific books just because it's going to take too long and I just simply want to show you the books. But we're going to start off with this small little pile here. It's not actually very small at all, but I've got 3 piles here. I've got one in front of me and 2 next to me. So I'm going to start off with one that I bought. This isn't one that I actually got for my birthday. This is one that I did on my shopping trips. But this is Liar's Beach by Cotungo, I want to say. And I have never seen this book in my life. I've never heard of it, never seen anyone speak about it. But it's called Liar's Beach and I'm guessing it's like a thriller mystery kind of thing. It looks YA, but I don't know if it is YA. But it's like a body in the pool, a friend who might be an enemy, a vacation they'll never forget, and it says one killer summer. This seems really, really cool, and obviously I'd never heard of it, so I just thought that maybe this would be one that I can find and recommend you guys. This is going to get really, really confusing, but this is another one that I got for my birthday. So I had the first 2 books in the Lancaster Prep series already on my shelf. These are books I've been specifically saving for the autumn time. Don't know why. I think it's because it's like a school setting and I love reading like school settings in September time and like October time. But I got Promises We Meant to Keep and I'll Always Be With You by Monica Murphy. These are the next 2 in the Lancaster Prep series. Obviously I haven't even started that series yet, but I already know that I'm going to really like it. So yeah, these covers are just 2 of the most beautiful things I've ever seen in my entire life, and they match my jumper. How cool is that? I then have Too Late by Colleen Hoover. This is one of the few Colleen Hoover books that I haven't read. This is a mystery slash thriller, I believe, and apparently this is good, so I'm excited to get into it. If you guys watched the vlog where I was on holiday, you would know that I read the first Avalon Bay book, A Good Girl Complex, and of course I had to get the second one. I'm yet to read this, but I kind of want to read it next because I'm really, really excited to get back into that world, and this is based off of the brother from the first one, because they're twins, if you don't know, and I'm so excited to get into this because it's just so good, and it's fairly short as well. Like, that is like a one-day job for me. And then I got Once Upon a Broken Heart. I've seen this book literally everywhere. All of the book girlies talk about it on here. This is literally probably one of the most popular books at the moment. Of course I needed a little taste for it myself. The cover is beautiful, by the way, but of course I couldn't just stop there, could I? This was from my mum for my birthday. And then when I went shopping the other day, I had to pick up The Ballad of Never After, which is the second one to this, because look at them together. So cute, so pretty, and this was only £6 in the works as well, which is so good. So I had a birthday party. I had my 21st birthday with family, friends, and everyone came together and celebrated with me, but obviously that meant I got quite a few books there as well. So the next few are ones that I got from family, friends from there. So I'm going to start off with Cleopatra and Frankenstein. I have wanted to read this, I'm not even kidding, for the longest time, but for some reason I've just had other books on my radar, so I've obviously read them first. And I recently saw a TikTok about this and I was like, oh my god, I completely forgot that I wanted to read it. Added it to my Amazon wishlist, and of course my friends came through. This is from my friend Gianni. I love her so much. She got me 3 books, which is way too much. I was like, no, you should have at least only got me 1. But I'm really, really excited to read this. I then got Set on You by Amy Lee, or Amy Leah, from my friend Jasmine. I've also wanted to read this book for a really, really long time, which is good. I've seen it everywhere. A good few of the book girlies have read this, and every time I've seen it online I've gone, I want to read that. But for some reason I've never gone about buying it myself, but I'm really glad because I'm really excited to get into this. And it's one of them books that I don't think it's specifically a summer romance, I don't think it's specifically a wintry romance, so Hopefully I can just read this whenever, because I'm hoping to get all my summer books done. As I said, I want to enter my autumn era, but this is one that I can read throughout the year. I then got Part of Your World by Abby Jimenez, which, oh my goodness, she is an author that I've really wanted to get into recently. I've seen her books everywhere. I really also want to read Yours Truly by her and the Happy Ever After playlist, so maybe they're books that I'll maybe go out and purchase soon if I like this one, which is good. Also, it has Emily Henry on the front of it, so you know it's going to be good when Miss Emily Henry gets involved. I haven't even read an Abby Jimenez book yet, but I for some reason have a gut feeling that I'm just going to really like her writing and really like her stories. So hopefully she's going to become an author that I can go to for comfort and things. For some reason I get that vibe off of these books, even though I've never read them, which is so weird. I also got Fix Her Up by Tessa Bailey, and every single Tessa Bailey book that I have ever bought, ever received, ever held in my hands has been the most rock hard, rock solid thing in the entire world, as you guys know, and I feel like it's a universal experience. Floppy books are the way to go, and every single Tessa Bailey book I've got has been rock solid. But look at this beauty. Look at that. How incredibly amazing is that flop? I sound like such a nerd. That is just beautiful. But that is Fix Her Up by Tessa Bailey. Another one by one of my besties, Marley, is Underneath the Sycamore Tree. This is another one that I've seen around. I haven't bought myself, but obviously it was on my radar. I just hadn't thought of purchasing it yet because I had obviously other books to read. I feel like she enjoyed this because I know that she read it. I can't remember her opinion, but obviously if she's bought it for me, it shows that she liked it, if that makes sense. So I'm very excited to get into this as well. Another one by my bestie Marley is By the Book by Jasmine Gilroy? I'm so bad with names, but this one, again, seen it around, haven't bought it, but now I don't have to because Marley got it for me and I'm so grateful. I want to say as well, she also got me this really cute weekly planner, which is amazing because I do like daily to-do lists every single day, so thank you Marley for that. I'm very grateful. This next one I've been really excited for actually, and that is Love Theoretically by Ali Hazelwood. This one, my fiance's brother, my brother-in-law, got it for me, and I love Ali Hazelwood. The fact that he picked this up for me, I was like, how do you know? How do you know that this is a new release, that I wanted it so bad? And I'm so excited to read this. I gave The Love Hypothesis a 5-star. I gave, what's the other one called? Love on the Brain. I think I gave that like a 3.5 or 4-star. So it wasn't my favourite, but again, it was still a really good book. So I'm really excited to get into Love Theoretically. Okay, so we are on to our next pile of books. Of course, you guys will probably know, if you watched my reading 200 pages every single day for a week video, you would know that I read Twisted Love by Anna Huang in that video. I have been so excited for the rest of the series, but I thought, I've got so many books on my TBR right now, I need to get through them, so there's no point me buying the rest of the series. So, of course, I said to my mum, please get me the rest of the Twisted series for my birthday, and she did. She came through. Love you, Maxine. The one thing I will say though that I'm not happy with is that my number 1 and my number 4 have the thing on the spine where it says number 4 the Twisted series and number 1 the Twisted series, and Twisted Games and Twisted Hate doesn't. However, I'm not going to let that stray me away. I'm not going to let that affect my life as much as I think it should, but I'm very grateful and very happy to have the rest of the series anyway. I'm not going to lie, I have just finished Twisted Games the other day and I'm already reading Twisted Hate, and I'm about 100 pages in right now. Oh, 160 pages in. I read more than I thought I did. These are ones that I've gone out and bought myself, so obviously I'm in my Anna Huang kick at the moment. I'm binge reading the Twisted series, but I obviously wanted the If Love series as well. I saw these two in the works the other day. I have been wanting them for a really long time. This is book 2 and 3, and obviously I thought I need to get 1 and 4 from somewhere, so I did an online order from the works to order the first one and the 4th one, but then they said that the 4th one wasn't in stock and they can only give me the first one. Yeah, so they sent me the first one and I was like, well, I still need the 4th one from somewhere. I still need it. So I went into my local works the other day and for some reason they had it. I was like, out of stock my arse. Liar, scoundrel, get rid, lie, leave. What am I doing? But I found it and I've been so happy that I got it. Not that I even know if I like this series yet because I haven't actually started reading it, but obviously I needed 4 books. Obviously I needed them all before I started. I'm one of them ones that buys the whole series before they've even started reading the first book. It's not a good trait, but I got books, so it's good. These next books that I'm going to show you, I need a moment of silence, a moment of prayer, and a moment of a moment of appreciation for the next books that I'm going to show you. These are some of my most anticipated reads ever. These are my favourite covers in the entire world, and books that I have been putting off reading because I just already know that I'm going to love them and I already know that I want to read them so bad, and that is, they're very heavy. The Magnolia Parks universe. Oh my god. I have wanted these books for the longest time. I've wanted to read them for the longest time. And yes, they are on Kindle Unlimited. But am I going to read the paperbacks? Yes, I'm going to read the paperbacks because that's just who I am. The fact that they're set in London just makes my heart so entirely happy because obviously I'm a London girl. I literally have a jumper that says Wembley on it right now because I went to Harry Styles in Wembley twice. So anything set in London I just love, and I just can't wait to get into this. The cover is beautiful. This is from Riley's parents, this whole entire series. They bought me the whole series, guys, and I nearly cried when I opened them because I was just like, oh my god. I know it's only books, it's literally only books. I need to touch some grass or something, but I was so appreciative that they got me these books and I was like, ah! The next book was from, this is confusing, Riley, my fiance, his brother's girlfriend. So my sister-in-law, but not really. Fiance's brother's girlfriend. God. And she got me Throttled by Lauren Asher. I've never actually read a Lauren Asher book before, and you'll see in a minute the obsession that's about to start, but I've been really excited to read Throttle for a really long time. My dad is an avid Formula 1 fan. He loves Formula 1. He loves racing and stuff. So obviously when I heard about these books, I was like, oh my god, I'm going to read them. And me and my dad can discuss Formula 1 because I'm one of them people, if I read a book about a specific topic, I'm going to get obsessed with that topic. Best believe I'm going to be a Formula 1 girl. I'm going to be a Formula 1 fan. Best believe I'm going to be reading Throttled at a Formula 1... What are they called? I was going to say match. Formula 1 race. Yeah. Watch me be at Silverstone. Is that what it's called? My dad's gonna watch this and think, just shut up. Just shut up. But yeah, really excited to read Throttled by Lauren Asher. And of course, the Lauren Asher obsession. I was going to say obsession, I haven't even read one book by her yet, but it will be an obsession because I already know and I love her as a person. I see her quite a bit in Larry's videos and she is just the sweetest, most beautiful human alive. So I got my mum to get me the fine print, terms and conditions and final offer, which is the Dreamland Billionaire series, and of course this is one that has gone so viral, one that I've been so excited for the longest time, and one of my best friends, Elle, is so obsessed with this series you would not even believe. My friend Ellie's boyfriend is called Dec, and she bought this one, I believe, just because his name was Declan. But I was like, you've got to read the first one. And she was like, well, obviously I'm going to read the first one. So she obviously read the fine print and then went on to terms and conditions simply because it has the same name as her boyfriend. And if that's not something that I would do, I don't even know. She is so obsessed and she's been begging me to read this series for literally the longest time. We are finally on our last pile of the day. So I'm going to start off with one that I am so excited for. I feel like I've said that for every single book in this video, so I do sincerely apologise. But that is Addicted to You by Krista and Becca Ritchie. If you haven't heard of this book, literally where have you been? What rock have you been living under? Because this is crazy. This whole entire series is probably one of the most viral series I've ever seen in my entire life. This is another one that I got on my birthday party the other day. This is a series I've been wanting to read for ages, but I've been a bit scared, a little bit apprehensive to go into it because it's quite a long series. But also in the UK, they're really hard to find for a good price. I feel like you go into the UK and each book is like £20, which probably isn't abnormal for other countries, but for us, we can literally get books for like £2.50 here. So £20 for a book is crazy. This is another one that I got on my birthday party the other day from my friend Gianni again, and that is Unfortunately Yours by Tessa Bailey. I bought myself Secretly Yours by Tessa Bailey. When did I get that? I don't know, but I bought it for myself a couple of months ago, and this is the second one, and it is a fairly new release as well. I love Tessa Bailey, but as I was saying earlier, every single one of her books is a brick. Look at that. You can't even like read it properly, but I am a serial spine breaker, so best believe I'm gonna crack that open. This next one is one that I have also been so excited to read for so long, but that is Six of Crows by Lee, I can't pronounce names, Bardugo? Maybe? My sister-in-law Lily got this for me. This is Riley's sister, and I've been told to not bother reading the second one in this because apparently it's not as good, apparently it's not even worth it. But if I like this one, maybe I will go into the second one of the series, but I'm excited to enter my fantasy era in the more autumn and winter months. Now this is where it gets a little bit juicy, and you've probably seen by the shape of this series what it is. And of course, if you watched some of my previous videos, I read A Court of Thorns and Roses in my reading 5 books out of my comfort zone video because it was a fantasy. I'd never really felt comfortable with fantasy before. So if you want to watch me read this, then definitely check that video out. And again, if you watch my 200 pages every single day for a week video, I read A Court of Mist and Fury, which was gifted to me by one of my besties, Marty. So thank you again so much for gifting me this. But of course, I was already invested in this series and I loved this series so much. I haven't read any more since then, but again, I'm waiting for the more autumn months to get into my fantasy era. But one of my besties, Lily, gifted me A Court of Wings and Ruin, which I am so excited for. You will not even believe, like, I was so tempted to just pick it up yesterday because it was raining and I was like, fantasy book, fantasy book. The minute it rains, I'm like, yeah, I need a fantasy book in my life. But again, I said I want to wait. I'm going to savour it in the autumn time because I've still got summer books to read. I've still got like beach books to read that I'm like, I'm not going to read them until next summer otherwise. So I'm going to try and get through them first. I even made an Instagram post the other day dedicated to this series because I just can't wait to get back into it. So thank you, Lily, so much for gifting me this book. I will say she did gift it to me in like June time, and obviously my birthday's in July, but I did actually text her back. I was like, I'm just going to take this as an early birthday present because I knew that I wasn't going to read it until like September time anyway. I was like, I'm just going to take it as a birthday present. She was like, okay. I was like, thank you. And then my lovely fiance Riley came through with these amazing books. A Court of Frost and Starlight and A Court of Silver Flames. He knows the obsession. He knows exactly what he's doing when it comes to my books. He knows what I've read, he knows what I haven't read, so when it comes to buying me books, he knows what's up. And he obviously got me the next two in the series. I know that there's a couple more coming out that haven't been released yet. I have no idea or concept of like what they're going to be about because obviously I haven't even finished this series yet, but these two are from Riley. So grateful for him for that. I actually think the rest of this pile is from Riley. Oh my god, wait. I've forgotten something very important. My mum, oh my god, the Throne of... that just punched me in the throat. But my mum also got me the Throne of Glass box set, which is very heavy, so I'm just gonna pop it down there for now. There is no order as to what you need to read Sarah J Maas's books in, but Destiny herself, the queen of Sarah J Maas, recommended to start with the ACOTAR series, then go on to Throne of Glass, and then go on to Crescent City. So that is exactly the order that I'm going to go in. This book series as well is kind of confusing because you can read it in different orders. There's a book called Assassin's Blade, which is the first one arguably, but you can read it as the third one, and people just sort of read it however they want because it makes sense either chronologically or romantically or something. It's very confusing, but obviously if you do want to get into the series, maybe watch a couple of reviews, watch a couple of suggestion videos, and there's a whole like reading guide online as to what order that you can read them in. And two of the books, I'm not sure which ones they are. I think it's Queen of Shadows and Empire of Storms that you've got to read at the same time. There's a thing called tandem reading where you read a couple of chapters of one, a couple of chapters of the other, and there's a whole guide as to what you can read online for that, and I think I'm going to follow that. I think I'm going to tandem read them, which is crazy. Look at these brand new beautiful covers as well, by the way. Now, the next books are from my favourite series. I'm going to put it out there. This series is my favourite. 100% at this moment, on this day, mark it. What day is it? 3rd of August I'm filming this. This is my favourite series ever, and that is the Chestnut Spring series. I read Flawless in my BookTubers Pick My Reads video. This was a recommendation to me by beautiful Sarah Caroli. Thank you so much for recommending me this book. And of course, the minute I received it, I wanted to go straight into Heartless. So Riley, my amazing fiance, got me the rest of the series for my birthday. I have already since read Heartless. This was the first book that I picked up after my birthday. I was like, I need it immediately because I was so excited to get into it. Honestly, I loved this book so much. I did rate it a 4.75. I wanted to rate it a 5-star, but something happens in the middle that kind of put me off, but I'm not going to get into that now. If you want to know, then I'll tell you, but yeah. But of course I have Powerless and Reckless as well, and Hopeless, the new one, comes out on October 13th, so really excited for that as well. So obviously, as you've seen by this haul, I read quite a few book talk books, quite a few popular books, books that people already know, and books that people have already seen. Riley got the great idea to have me read sort of more unpopular books, because obviously when I'm recommending books to you guys, you obviously don't want books that you've already read. I want to read what I want to read, but I also do genuinely for myself as well want to find books that are less popular for my own sake, because there's no pressure on them, and also to recommend you books as well. So he literally just typed in like thriller book or whatever onto Amazon and just scrolled down as far as possible until he found one that he liked. So this is one that wasn't on my Amazon wishlist, and that is one that I've never heard of before, and it's The Street by Susie Holiday. This is a small town thriller set in Scotland, and obviously I'm a UK girl. As I said before, I love books set in London. I also love books that are set in the wider UK as well. This is also a fairly short book, and I'm going to read it quite soon, I think. Obviously I'd never heard of it before, so when I opened it I was like, oh my god, what is this? And he was like, I found it and I knew you'd like it. I read the back and I was like, this sounds so good, it's right up my street. So yeah, and he also did it with another book. He was like, you recommend too many popular romances, and obviously he says you can read what you like, but as I said before, I want to start recommending you more unpopular ones. So he typed into Amazon enemies to lovers romance, and The Proposal by Elle still came up. I had personally never heard of this before, however I have seen it on my Bookstagram once recently, but again it's not popular enough in my eyes for everyone to know what it is, if that makes sense. I mean, maybe it is popular, I don't know, but I'd never heard of it. So I was very, very proud of him for picking out ones that are beautiful as well. Like, look at that cover. I said to him, as long as it's not got a man on the front cover who's standing there like that topless, I'm fine. This is a discreet cover, I think. I'm not sure. But all I know is this is an enemies to lovers, fake dating, grumpy sunshine, I think, kind of thing, where the main female character is a wedding planner, and it just seems really, really cool. And when I read the back, I was like, oh my god, this is right up my street. And he was like, yep, see, if you ever need someone to buy you a book, just ask Riley, because he's so good. He's so amazing. I actually think we're on our last 2 books right now. That is crazy. That is Once More with Feeling by Alyssa Sussman. This was also by Riley. From Riley. He bought me Funny You Should Ask for Christmas, so obviously he wanted to get me Once More with Feeling because they're by the same author. I'm not sure if they're in comparison with each other. I'm not sure if they're in the same series or anything, or if this is just a random standalone. Either way, I liked Funny You Should Ask, so I'm really excited to read Once More with Feeling as well. I have heard mixed reviews about this, I will say, but based on the cover alone, I love it. We'll see about the book though, but again, I really wanted to read it anyway because I really did enjoy Funny You Should Ask, so hopefully this is a good one. I actually can't even cope with talking about this book because I will cry. But last but not least, from Riley as well, I have Carrie Soto is Back by Taylor Jenkins Reid. You guys will know by now, Taylor Jenkins Reid is my favourite author. I'm gonna say it. She's my favourite author. Maybe one of them. I don't know. I hate putting that title on anyone because it's so much pressure, because there's so many amazing books out there. But I love Taylor Jenkins Reid so much. I love her writing, I love her characters, I love her worlds. The last one I've yet to read is Carrie Soto is Back. I've read every single one of her other books. I don't really want it to be over. I know for a fact that she's going to release new books. I know that there's going to be new ones coming out. However, I know that they're not going to come out until a long time away, at least a year or whatever. Carrie Soto, I'm going to hold close. I'm going to put off as long as possible because I know that I'm going to really enjoy it. Obviously, I saw glimpses of her in Malibu Rising, one of Taylor Jenkins Reid's other books, which I really enjoyed. So I'm hoping that I love this, and I know that I'm going to love it because I liked Carrie as a character, and I can't wait to see her actual story as well because we only saw glimpses of her in Malibu Rising. So really, really enjoyed that. Is that everything? I've forgotten a book, guys. I forgot one. Hold on. Knew I forgot one. The last one that I forgot, which is really funny because I plan on reading it very, very soon, is This Is Gonna Hurt by Adam Kay. I saw a TikTok about the actual TV show that this is based off of. Oh wait, the TV show is based off of this. It just seemed really, really cool, and obviously I wanted to read the book rather than watching the TV show first. It's a hospital setting and there's like different cases and things that go on in the hospital, but I do think this is a series, so like each storyline in the hospital has its own book or something. I'm not 100% sure, and again, it is fairly short, so this is going to be like a 1 or 2 day thing if I really like it. But that is everything for today's video. They are all the books that I got for my birthday. Obviously, some of them I bought myself and most of them I got for my birthday. And I just want to say that I'm in no way bragging. I know that 50 books for one event is an astronomical amount. I just want to stress that I'm so, so grateful for everyone for getting me all of these books and all these gifts for my birthday. I got some gift cards as well. But obviously you have to remember, it was my 21st. So it's my last big birthday for a while as well. To be fair, I would have got the money to spend on these books anyway, and I would have just gone out and bought them myself. So I would have got these books either way for my birthday. But I'm so, so grateful for everyone that participated in this video, into this haul, by getting me the books. I love you guys so much. You guys are amazing. I'm so, so grateful and so happy to have so many amazing people in my life. I'm just so filled with love and I'm surrounded by lovely people, and I'm gonna cringe when I edit that, but yeah. But that is all for today's haul and for today's video. Obviously, I've got a lot of books here. That obviously means I'm going to need some sort of organisation. I'm going to need a new space to put them. So stay tuned for another video very, very soon where I'm going to organise these books somehow in my room. Thank you guys so much for watching. I love you guys so much. I hope to see you in the next one. Bye!